Hi, my name is Sarah Schisler, and this is the continuation of my PKP presentation for funeral merchandising and mortuary 330 class. So now we're going to talk about cremation products and cremation caskets. It's important to have a cremation product such as an urn or an alternative container or a cremation casket. An urn is important because it's a safe way to hold the cremated remains or the cremations of a loved one. A cremation casket is important because they're not built with the components that a regular burial casket would be built with. So things like metal or any carcinogens that might go into the atmosphere and cause trouble to the retort, the crematory, aren't in a cremation casket that a regular casket has in them. Also available as an alternative container to the cremation casket, but sometimes the cremation casket is important to a family because it gives them a chance to have a service, maybe with a viewing. Some people embalm their loved one, have a viewing, and then still, cremate them. So this first casket is the Dayton, and it's a poplar wood. It has square corners with square corners with a vertical side panel, stationary handles. So you could essentially still have somebody could grab onto them. They don't stand out like a regular casket side handles do. They're a little more flush to the side panels, but just as nice. This is just a regular, looks like a regular satin interior. And there is still a latching mechanism on the Dayton. And it has column corners on it. These are column corners on the edges. So the Falcon is also poplar, has a really beautiful sunburst cap panel, has the semi-tailored interior with this nice overlay. These little things like you'll find here, that's a little bit of metal, these latches. After the cremation, a funeral director will pull the bones out and put them in an ossuary, and then we go through with we get them out. So we go through with a magnet and pull those out. So they're not any trouble to the atmosphere or anything. Here's the lawn K. And this is a wood veneer construction. This is not a solid wood. Also nice with a that is a crushed interior, and also has a latching mechanism with the vertical side panels. This is a nice cremation container if you were to buy a cremation casket. The Kenton is a simulated wood has a crepe interior right here. The pillow's crepe and this overlay is crepe. Also has a nice latch mechanism. The stationary bar stands out from the casket a little bit more than the last one we saw did. It's a nice casket. And the Lancaster, this last one also had a cherry stain. I meant to tell you, this is a stained wood. So this Lancaster is a laminate in a light oak, and also has a crushed interior. It's a half couch, just like the rest of them have been a half couch. So you can open both of the front panels or just one. And that's a really nice feature if you wanted a viewing or something beforehand. This is a cremation rental casket, and this is a popular idea. It saves a couple. It's great for a couple reasons. It saves a little bit if somebody's trying to be a little more green and you just want to borrow the casket for a little bit. You save a little bit of money borrowing the casket versus buying one and cremating the casket. What it is an alternative container will slide into this cremation rental casket, and there's a side panel right here that comes down, and then it seals up so you can have a service, you can have a viewing, and then when it's time to do the cremation, this whole thing just comes right out, and they cremate the person in this alternative container, and then the rental casket is cleaned and then used again. So it's beautiful. We have a mahogany one at work. Probably, I mean, it's a pretty nice casket. This one has stationary handles, and it looks like the interior is a sunburst cap panel, but this kind of stuff would change out. Hinge. There's a hinge cover. It's wooden, so there's no gasket on it, but a nice casket if you wanted to just borrow the casket instead of the expense of buying a new casket. When you sit down to talk to a family about cremation, initially there is an alternative container that's available, and it's really inexpensive. It's just corrugated. It's a cardboard box, an alternative container, and people use these a lot. It can save you hundreds to thousands of dollars, and this is a perfectly suitable way to have a loved one cremated, is in this alternative container. So cremation urns come in different shapes and sizes. Cremation urn holds up to 200 cubic inches of cremated remains, and they come in different shapes and sizes, different colors, different styles. Everybody wants something a little different, and it usually matches the personality of the deceased. Here's a biodegradable urn. This is constructed of all natural mulberry bark, and the idea with this is that you put the cremated remains inside and bury it, and it just naturally disintegrates in the earth. So it's pretty neat. It can't be permanently locked or sealed, and also is used for scattering. So some people maybe buy them, leave a little bit, scatter. They're really nice. Blue sapphire, this is a really beautiful keepsake, or along with a keepsake, beautiful urn with a keepsake. You can buy both. This one will have the majority of the remains, and then if you want to share some of the cremains with someone, a funeral director can put a little bit in the small keepsake one as well. This isn't sealing. Some of them have a screw top, but this one would be sealed for you. Crystal bloom, it's a leaded crystal. This one does have a little screw top, a little threaded top on it, and could be glued, sealed shut. Emerald cultured marble with a keepsake also. Again, there's a little small keepsake down here. And they open from the bottom, so the funeral director turns them upside down. This is a marble, and a little more expensive, but just as nice. Harmony, it's a ceramic, and also has a lid that would be sealed with the cremated remains. This is a porcelain keepsake. Porcelain's really popular. People really find them attractive. It has a hinged lid, which would be sealed, a small keepsake with a hinged lid, and both of them would just have the cremated remains shared between the two. A Luxor polished top sheet bronze, which kind of reminds me of a burial vault. It sort of reminds me of the Wilbert burial vaults. And they open and you can put the cremated remains inside and put this on your mantle or somewhere at home. Milano pink bronze with a keepsake. It's the same as the rest. The urns are sort of in that same style, little tiny keepsake down here. And this one, I believe I've seen this at work, has a threaded top as well. Mission oak. So some of these wood ones, I knew this one was there too. This Renaissance mahogany and this mission oak. Some of these companies can do some amazing things. They are not only doing just plain wood, but they can etch things on here, names. They can put a plaque, they can put a picture, a scene with a name and a date, and there's some pretty fascinating things that can be done with the mission oak and the Renaissance, any oak ones for sure. This is a marble. This is called a tiger eye with a keepsake, and this is a marble. This lid would just sit in there, but could be sealed as well. Beautiful example of a marble urn. Walnut scattering urn. People keep these as well, so some people do purchase a scattering urn to do a little scattering. Maybe put the loved one, at the beach or wherever it is that they wanted to go. These also can be engraved with something could be etched in them. But this hole in the top is a way so these aren't sealing. The funeral director would not seal this. This lid slides off, and this hole in the top is where the ashes could come out. And so it's easy for the family just to scatter them with no trouble and worry about dumping the whole bag out. Temporary container is a container that a funeral home would use if you didn't want to purchase, a family didn't want to purchase an urn. And I think that's an acceptable. It's to me, it's like the alternative container. It's a completely acceptable way to transfer urns. Still have to have the identification on it, and you do on the bottom of all those urns. An identification would be put on the bottom of the urn as well. But a decorative urn, it would be on the bottom, and this identification we put it on the side. So this is usually at a minimal charge from a funeral home. We have them. I've seen them. I know families that have purchased them and are completely happy with them. So those are nice as well. Urn vaults are similar to burial vaults in that they are put into a niche in a columbarium or in a mausoleum or columbarium, and a niche wall would hold all of these urn vaults. So if you wanted to bury your urn rather than keep it at home, some people buy, or you buy an urn vault. And the urn vaults are the same. This is the bronze triune urn vault. It's also by Wilbert. It's the same as I'm gonna sneeze, sorry. Sorry. It has a internal, it's an ABS liner, and it has this carapace on top, and you can put an engraving on it. And they're the same idea as a burial vault. They're also really nice. I think you would just pick one according. Here's a nice stainless steel one. That's a stainless steel interior as well. Ceiling, the cameo rose is a nice burial vault. All of these, you can have anything you want put on the top if you pick the different kinds. Here's an ABS interior lining right here. Some of these aren't. This one, like that, is not, and this is not. It's a stainless steel liner. So you would put this inside of a niche with your urn. Your urn would go in the urn vault, and the urn vault with your urn in it would go inside of a niche. So those are your urn vault choices. Let's see if we can get back to where we were. We're going the wrong way. Okay. Monticello urn vault is a little less expensive. Universal urn vault is even less expensive, and it separates. If you see it separates right here instead of at the top. It's a bottom opening. Triguard presidential urn vault. It's made out of marble and it's copper lined, so that's pretty fancy. The Triguard urn vault is beautiful. It's it has an inner and outer liner. It's a concrete core, so that sounds like it's triple. It's a triple lined. Triguard plastic urn vault, which is double sealed. I'm sorry, I meant sealed. This is triple sealed. This is a Triguard plastic urn vault that's double sealed. Now we're at monument displays, and there's different kinds. So you would put this at the cemetery, or maybe purchase it and purchase some space at a park or something. But these are monuments. This is a vertical monument. And I meant to answer one question about the cremation containers. The purpose, so it says, one of the questions was, why would we like to scatter all the cremated remains, and what are your thoughts? We would like to scatter all the cremated remains, and what are your thoughts? Yes, I think scatter them if it's not something that you wanted to hold on to forever. I think there's no harm in that, and it's a beautiful way to memorialize someone that you've lost doing exactly what they've asked for. Hopefully they have asked, hopefully your loved one has asked for, let you know what they wanted you to do. So this is a vertical monument. This is in Wausau red, and this is a bench monument in the gray. This is an upright monument, and it's an eagle black, so it looks like it's gray and black. Here is a slant monument. Looks like it was, yeah, little farmers or something. So that's in a mahogany, kind of a red. And this is a vertical, no, this is an upright monument, and this is in cloud gray. Here is a, I don't know that this is a grass level, but this might be just a bevel top marker. A grass level would be flat to the grass. So this is a bevel top marker, and it's beautiful too. Here's the slant marker, and here's another upright, a couple upright with a scalloped edge. This edge right here is scalloped. There's so much to choose from. Your funeral director could help you. Here's another upright, and this is a Wausau red. So thanks for listening to me. I hope that I answered all of your questions and that it was helpful. Thank you.